There is no health without mental health, and so say all of us. There is no health without mental health. There is no health without mental health. There is no health without mental health. And so say all of us one more time. There is no health without... I want to be a conductor today. Without mental health, there is no health. Without mental health, there is no health. Without mental health, and so say all of us. Some people are beefing me. Can you sing? Just leave us with our sonorous voice. Hello everyone. Welcome to Mind Matters with Dr. Nubi, your regular Friday tonic. Your regular emotional well-being tonic. How has your week been? Every time we meet on Friday, you know what I always tell you? I always tell you, you are a winner. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you are able to move through all. The fact that we are alive requires celebration. The truth is, only the living can celebrate. Someone said, that shoe or that clothes that you kept in the house, waiting for a very nice time before you can start wearing it. Say, please wear it now, because every day now is what? Every day is a day of celebration. Every day is a day of celebration. There's no need to keep anything in the house now and say no. It's when I maybe December I will wear it, or I will wear it so and so time. No. Every time now is celebration. So we celebrate ourselves today, and once again I want to welcome us all, and I want to say, let's call ourselves. Let's call ourselves. What's going on? Tell someone to tell someone to tell someone. Yes. There is no health without mental health. And as much as possible, I want to say that our health is very, very important. This small thing, I call it small, but it's mighty. This is the brain. The brain is the organ in the body that coordinates the activities. You know, when we're in secondary school, or that science class, they will tell us that the brain is for movement, for sensation, for sense of touch, temperature. By the way, they didn't tell us that emotions have to do with the brain. The brain is the seat of intellect, your judgment, the way you think, the way you perceive things. These are the functions of the brain. If you are happy and I'm happy, or something is funny and we all laugh, it's because our brain is functional. If everybody is crying because of a sad event and I'm laughing, something is wrong, because my brain is obviously not processing it well. And so we say that the brain is the key. It coordinates all the activities of our body. the activities, all the organs in our body. And good news, guys, I told you we are going places. So Mind Matters with Dr. Nubi is not only on Instagram now, we are on Facebook Live. As I'm talking to you guys, here there's another station in our studio, Grace Cottage Clinic studio, and you can see that as you are watching. For some folks who will say, oh, I'm not on Instagram. Instagram is not for me. I believe you're on Facebook. Facebook has been adjudged as one of the largest community, and I just believe that we'll continue to reach everyone. So I will mention names also if I see anybody on Facebook. By the way, on Facebook, I have like 5,000 friends on Facebook, and I believe that we should be able to do a lot together. Don't forget what I always say. Each one should reach one. I believe by now you should have sent the message to all your contacts that, hey, Dr. Nubi is live again. I always say something. The medicine you did not procure with money, don't let it stay behind the stove. You know, when you did not procure any medicine with money, you trash it, throw it anywhere. But the one that cost you a fortune, you'll be holding it very well. I want to appeal to you. Don't say because it is not really costing you anything, I'm the one using my data, I'm the one giving you my content, and therefore you can just trash this information. The information you get with regards to your brain, with regards to your emotions, with regards to your mind is very vital. And let people understand the importance of emotion. So as usual, I want to greet my friends, Fia_Lovington, how are you? MZ Rans, how are you? I'm talking about those on Instagram now. Yes, I'll just try to Kabulukana, Justice.Godwin.395, oh, Azuna Ozukwe, 10 different names. My sister Isabola, Aroma_9, Obamate 2000, Birth in America, China Melum 929. Yeah, and on Facebook, Bola Shinawa is watching, my friend, my G. This guy, when you talk about anything about heart, just go to him. But you have to go to America. Bola, how are you? My big guy. Charo Gang, Birth America, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for the encouragement. It's okay, Dr. Nubi. The content you create will remain forever. Yes. I always tell people, I will not be here forever. I will live long, and maybe around more than 90, I can now depart this world. But even more than 90 is just like 150 years to come. I want to be one of the oldest men on earth. As much as possible, my name should go into the Guinness Book of Record. Why? Because I have so many things to deposit to my world. I have so many things. But even at that, even 150 years time is still very, very small. Catherine Anekeju, how are you? Yeah, guys, it's another day. I've been doing this now close to 3 months, where we talk about mental health issues. People are beginning to now understand the importance of emotion. Before we run to gym to build our muscles, we make sure that we don't eat anything that is just, not good for our body. But we don't talk about mental fitness. Nowadays, people are beginning to understand that psychological issues are key as well. Gone are the days that you say, oh, thank God I don't have malaria, I don't have typhoid, I don't have any heart condition. Are you okay emotionally? Are you protecting your mental health? Are you keeping toxic relationship? Are you still maintaining toxic environment? What about that job? Are you still being pressed down? Everybody's riding on you because you don't want to offend people. What about your emotion? Everything, yes. Do you have time to sleep? Do you have time to exercise? Do you engage in meditation, relaxation exercise? What about your emotional health? These are the things that I try to tell you every time you come around to my channel. By the grace of God, we'll soon go to YouTube. Some of these things we download it on our YouTube channel. That's the next phase that we're doing. Now we're live on Facebook, we're live on Instagram. The next thing now is all these videos, we transport them to My Matters with Dr. Nubi channel. I just want to empty myself to my world. I want to make sure that yes, I get all I can and I don't sit on the can. It's very, very important because we will not be here forever. But the content we're able to create will stand the test of time. I always say it's better to prevent than to cure. It's cheaper to prevent than to cure. When I tell you things that you need to make your emotions well balanced, if you make use of it, you won't have to come to my clinic or be calling me that you are emotionally drained, you have depression, you have anxiety, you have fear, phobia, and the likes. No. Why? Because you have taken heed to some of the things here. John Bosco, Fawasushu, you Nigeria, how are you? Thank you so much for joining my channel. Now, last week we started a wonderful series, and that is Overcoming Adversity. Last week I brought a gentleman, Tommy, who was driving Uber, and on the way to Akpogmo, he was robbed. And just when he was about to give them his phone, the trigger-happy young guy shot him directly. He was lucky to be rushed to the hospital, but he was not lucky to have his sight. Tommy became blind. But Tommy was here last week, and Tommy was able to tell us that, come, we should not cry or mourn for him or try to feel, oh, what is pity. No. He said he has been able to bring beauty out of his ashes. In a space of 2 years, Tommy went ahead to marry one of the most beautiful ladies I've ever seen. And I'm not patronizing her, but I'm just telling you the truth. Within that space of time, Tommy once got scholarship. Tommy is a trained counselor, and Tommy have a wonderful baby. And this is to tell you, Joy Obiche is watching on Facebook. How are you? Good to see you. Let me wave at you. Yeah, so I'm live on Facebook, and it's a simultaneous live broadcast on Facebook and on Instagram. So there's no excuse anywhere you feel you want to join. If you feel the view is better on Facebook, and you know what I did? I'm using separate internet backup. The internet I'm using for the Instagram is different from that of Facebook. We will always, I told you something. The same thing when I brought in Ireti, and when I brought in this other, my wonderful nurse, Ajumabi from America. We were having nice time. Thank you, Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles is my guy. Asked me to bring to me, and now that I've seen some of these ways that I can use to navigate terrible network, I'm going to be doing that. So we're using another backup for Facebook and another internet provider for Instagram. There will always be a way, because there's a particular issue. Can I do anything about it? If your answer is no, why worry? You can't do anything about it, so look for a way to navigate Instagram. That is it. Now the internet is back. In between that time, I continued. Can you see? The internet is back on Instagram, but pending that time, my Facebook network was constant. So if you want to know, oh, which part did I miss, just go to Nubiolution Peter on Facebook and just watch. That is it. Can you see? But imagine if I've been frustrated. I was frustrated, but I did not give up. People called me last week and said, oh, no. It's not this kind of program that network will mess up. What can we do? No, you need to. And but I just knew that something will happen. And look at what we are doing now. So I'm so excited about this innovation. I'm so excited, and I give God the praise for giving me this knowledge to do this. So I'm talking to my folks. If one messes up, I know another network provider will not mess up. Thank you, Temitayo, Latino Beauty Palace. How are you? Misayo, how are you? Baby Sola, how are you? Jesus Lady, Temitayo, Mosolua, how are you? Everybody on Facebook, and also my friends there on Facebook and on Instagram. Thank you so much. So while you are off, you guys on Instagram, I said when you encounter challenges in life, always ask yourself, can I do anything about this challenge? If it is yes, just go ahead and do something. Don't worry. If you ask yourself, this challenge I have, can I do something about it? If it is no, then adapt. Why worry over things you cannot do anything about? Oh, guess who is watching on Facebook? One of my wonderful, respected personality. That is Dr. Yakasai. That was the former president of Pharmaceutical Council of Nigeria. I respect, sir. Thank you for watching. Thank you, sir. So, it is important, because worry will lead to stress, and stress will lead to mental illness. It's simple. Don't worry, there won't be stress. And when there's no stress, you have emotional. Thank you, Madam Olufumi. Thank you for watching on Facebook. Thank you, Serious Treasure. Thank you, Central. Everyone, I just want to appreciate you. Today we will be continuing with our series on overcoming adversity. Overcoming adversity. The truth is that adversity knows no status. Adversity knows no gender. Adversity knows no race. Adversity knows no socioeconomy or anything. We are all in this world. And the world, our life, is not a linear graph. Most of us, the idea we have about success is that it just have to go this way. Everything just have to be succeeding and succeeding and succeeding and succeeding. Not knowing that life is a cosine graph. It is up and down. But people will say, yes, it's easier, it's better said than... See, the truth is this. It's not that it is easier said than done. No. It is the reality of life. Adversity will come our ways. It's not a curse. If you attended Mayflower, you know the popular statement, may your way be rough. May you have problem this year. If you cannot say no, amen, just say same to you. That was the prayer of Taisho Lanre, one of the greatest person I've ever met. Every year, that is his prayer. May your road be rough. And when I was growing, I was like, that's cause now I reject it. But the guy said, if you don't want to say amen, just say same to you. Because he's a realist. He was a realist, and the truth is that he knew that in this life we will overcome. Oh, guess what? I'm sorry, guys. I can't fail. I must not fail to mention my wonderful brother, Brother Michael Pupuru is watching from London. He's my very good host. If you just want to go and stay and enjoy yourself and become very big, go and stay with Brother Michael. Thank you for watching my live. Thank you so much, my brother. So adversity knows nobody. So the truth is this, we have set a template. Adversity knows nobody. Fine. So the rich also cry. Why? Because it knows no status. The question now is, when I'm going through adversity, when I've been praying and I'm becoming depressed, I've been hoping, I've been longing, I've been waiting, and I'm becoming so depressed. What do? Remember, they said that when you wait, after a while, what happens? You become depressed. You become downcast. As in, you just tell yourself, I can't do it again. I'm tired of hoping. And the state of hopelessness, once it sets in, depression is on the way. Thank you, Oyatoku Benga. Those are the Londoners, the Londoners watching. Thank you so much. That's Facebook anyway. So you people on Instagram, you are still my friend. You know, I just started the live program on Facebook. Before, in the last 3 months, I've been having Instagram live, and now we are having Facebook live simultaneously. So don't be jealous. I will be navigating between the two devices. Okay. So it is important for us not to allow ourselves to get to that state of hopelessness. Therefore, what are the things? Tommy started this series with us. I asked Tommy, you were shot on Akpogbo Bridge. Immediately you lost your sight. By the time you got to Lassuth, and this was the guy that was, up and down, doing everything previous years. Now, what happened? Tommy said, 1, he decided not to allow his situation define him. No. What he said was that the first thing was that he accepted his situation. Yes, I remember very well. Tommy said he was telling himself, I am a blind man. And people will say, no, Tommy, you are not blind. But the truth is that this guy has been shot and he has lost his sight while operating Uber. So he did not deny who he was. He said he first of all sat down and told himself, oh boy, you have no sight. And I think that is critical. Many of us will live in denial. Of course, I understand what happens when there is a grief, when there is something that is a shock or sudden. We will pass through certain stages. We call them the grief stages. The first one is D, which is denial. The second is A, which is anger. The third is B, which is bargaining. The fourth is D, which is depression. And the final stage that will make you to resolve this thing is acceptance. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Let's take a quick check. The last time you lost something, the last time you were disappointed, the last time you failed your exam, the last time you lost your loved one, how did you feel? You first of all, no, it can't happen. No, no, I know. No. If you lost something, just say no, it can't happen. I kept it somewhere. No, it can't happen. It can't happen. That is denial. Some people will live in that denial for 30 seconds, 1 minute, 1 day, 2 days. Some will be in denial for 10 years. I've seen a patient who will tell me that her husband is not dead. Meanwhile, the man has died over 12 years ago. Koku. That's what she says in Yoruba. Koku. Oh, I say, Mama, and you know, and this thing keeps affecting her. She is in denial. Some of us, I mean, I can count the number of patients that are supposed to come to Grace Cottage. The parents will call, or the partner will call. Then the next thing is, we will still be looking at him or her. Then later, let's see. And they'll be moving up and down to spiritual houses and co. They are in denial. They just cannot imagine that their son, their daughter, or their wife or husband is going through emotional illness. Denial is dangerous because it will further worsen the condition. So Tommy, who was riding Uber on Akpagbo Bridge in Lagos, was shot. He became blind. He told himself, I am blind. And that helped him a lot. So because he was not able to say, what can I do about this situation? What can I do about this situation? What can I do? What can I do? And he said, okay, I'm going to do this. When you accept your situation, it gives you clarity of mind to be able to plan. It gives you clarity of mind to be able to say, okay, let me readjust my life. That is it. And this is not this first person telling us. Remember in my Instagram live around February, when I brought in this, my wonderful brother, the former ex-husband to Tiwa Savage, T-Bills. T-Bills, we had 7 series together. And we were live together from America. I happened to be here. And one of the things TB said was that when everything happened and he became very depressed, he told himself, Ogbeni, this is not TB, so this is now you, Balogun. He came down and he started all over again. So please, tonight, since you have known that Dabda is a stage of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, don't stay too long on each of the stages. Don't stay too long. Everyone will go through these stages. That is the truth. As long as you have blood running through your vein, you will go through the stages because you are a human being. But don't stay too long. I plead with you. The next thing is anger. This is also another phase. In this phase, you must be very careful so that you don't spoil many things. In your moment of anger, you can do many things. You can, somebody was talking today. I saw a clip today who was talking about the fact that when somebody is angry, make sure you are not angry. And he said, look at it. And then they showed one man from the balcony who was angry with somebody downstairs. And in an attempt to talk, the guy just stumbled over. He died instantly. At least so in that video. I was like, what? Anger is a state that when things happen to you, after the denial, the next thing is you feel, angered that this thing ought not to have happened. Somebody must have caused it, and you begin to blame. You begin to blame others. And emotions are raging. You may act out of judgment. Please, since you already know that anger is part of the stages, it is important for you to avoid it. I always say something. It is better you prevent what you already know and you are aware of than to just go into it without knowing. So you now know that, oh, this thing that my mom is denying, truly, my brother is ill. But I don't know why mommy is denying it. I'm face your mom and say, mommy, see, we don't need to live in denial. This is the truth. Then don't be angry that somebody caused it. Your son is ill, all of a sudden you remember, when your husband was dating you in 1972, there was a particular dark lady who also wanted to marry him. In fact, the woman said it that she will show you because you took what belongs to her. 1972, the arrow is now sounding. Eureka, I have found the solution. And you begin to rage in anger. Bitterness begins to swell in. You begin to move from one place to another to, for vengeance. You must be careful. Denial is key and is human. Anger is key and is human. It's part of the stages we go through. But in overcoming adversity, you must make sure that you don't allow this to consume you. The next thing is bargaining. That is when you begin to, you go to church, you go to mosque, you begin to wish, okay, what can we do? What can we do? If this thing can pass over, if this one can pass over me, you begin to bargain, you begin to try to compromise just to see that you avert that problem. If you are going through bargaining, it's also normal. You are a human being. You are a human being. And after bargaining has failed, don't forget, adversity can be in form of failure, form of divorce, loss of relationship, loss of financial estate, loss of money, anything, loss of loved ones. It can be loss of job. It can be anything. Anything that you cherish so much and is taken away from you, or something you long to achieve, exam you wish to pass, adversity can occur anytime. Or you've been here before and then all of a sudden you see yourself in another lower level. Demotions, anything. These are emotional reactions that are normal, but they can become abnormal if you don't check them. So after bargaining has failed, don't lose hope and totally say, oh, I'm useless. You begin to see yourself. Otherwise, you go to the next stage, which is a state of depression, in which you now feel hopeless, you feel helpless, you feel worthless. Every good achievement you've made in the past, they now mean nothing to you because you failed that exam. You that you were A-rating stars when you were in school, because of that professional exam you failed. If you have gone through denial, acceptance, anger, bargaining, if you are not careful, when you get to depression, this is the most dangerous stage. If you can overcome this stage very fast, I tell you, you can overcome any adversity. This is a stage that you see yourself as a failure. You begin to blame yourself for the loss of the relationship. You begin to blame yourself for the loss of the marriage, for the loss of the investment. Oh, I didn't calculate well. And my wife told me, oh, I should have not gone for that interview. I should have gone for the other one. Oh, who asked me to resign from my previous job? Oh, I should not have done that exam now. I should have read very well. Oh, if I had known, I would not have committed such a huge amount of money. Now Bitcoin has gone. Ethereum has gone. Hey, and they want me, oh. You now become so down. You become so down. You become so down, tired. That is a stage of depression. My friend, please be very careful. Because if you don't navigate that stage very well, it can lead to another thing. But if you are able to navigate, then you move to a stage of what? A stage of acceptance. This is the stage that you tell yourself, we move. And that's what I think it happened to the Sorosoke generation. After they did all their best and everything, and they were short or anything, then they came back to the house and you know what they said? They said, we move. It's a message of hope that he who runs away from fight will live to fight another day. So always tell yourself after any adversity that what? I move. It's my popular slogan when people say, Peter, how are you doing? I say, I keep moving. I move. I move. So wherever you are watching me, just tell yourself, I move. Think of the adversity you are going through and just tell yourself, I move. Tell yourself, I move. I move. Over this job that I've lost, I move. Over the relationship, I move. Over my head that is dwindling, I move. Over the exam I failed, I move. I don't know what you are going through, but adversity, and that's one thing, you can't compare adversity. If somebody is telling you their own adversity, don't say, oh, your own is small. Please avoid that statement. I'm begging you. I'm telling you I failed the exam. You are telling me my own is small. That you have not even been in a position to even do exam. You don't even have money to do exam. Me, I even have money to do exam. Please, don't say that. Adversity to you is not the same with my own. If I lost something and I'm so sad about it and I have to tell you, don't look down and tell me, oh, you lost 5 million. We lost 20 million. Oh, please, I want to beg you. I want to beg you. If you don't want to say anything firm like Davido, please, it's not every time you talk. Because sometimes your statement can affect others. Remember what Tommy said? Tommy was suicidal. Last week he told us. He has written his suicide notes. And then somebody was passing by his door and somebody said, great Tommy. And he was like, what? In his mind, so I'm great. It's true. I can actually be great. And that's how he told the suicide notes. The person that said great Tommy, he only said it. And what happened? He said it and he left. He said it and he left. But look at the implication. The word that is seasoned with grace. That loving message, great Tommy, brought Tommy out of his suicidality. So there are many things we say that we need to be very careful. I want to appeal to us. We must be conscious of our brothers and our sisters, and we must always connect before we condemn them. Let us connect. Let us understand what people are going through. Don't let us try to measure adversity. Adversity to you may not be adversity to me, but it does not mean I will not recognize. Let us, as much as possible, yes, words are very dangerous and very powerful. I said, Tommy said he was about to die. He came live on my Instagram last week. And just when he wanted to, he said he has bought the poison. Somebody was passing by. Somebody said, great Tommy. And that word, great Tommy, kept ringing. Great Tommy, great Tommy. And it kept ringing and ringing. Words are very powerful. That's what somebody is telling me on Instagram. That words are dangerous. You know, we just say, so all of you that love cyberbullying, you see somebody, this guy, Derek, or what's his name, that had cancer, this guy that did Wakanda, people were abusing him. That you look at how thin he was. We did not know that the guy was going through cancer. Can you imagine? And they were trolling him. This guy was going through cancer. This Wakanda guy, I can't remember his name. Now he died. Oh my God. Do you know what people are going through? Do you know what they are going through? You just talk. You hide behind the camera. You hide behind and just be typing nonsense. Words are powerful. So, overcoming adversity is going through these stages successfully. Stage of denial, go through it and quickly navigate. Don't live in denial for too long. Go through the anger phase. Go through the bargaining phase. Go through the depression phase. Because you're a human being. Then come through to the acceptance phase, where you tell yourself, we move. We live to fight another day. The downfall of a man is not the end of his life. It's not how low I fall, it's how high I bounce. My own ram that decided to go backward is momentum that he has gone to gather. Those are words that you should be using to psych yourself up. We move. We keep moving. That is it. It is when, after that now, you now sit down and reappraise this. I now have 5 other things you need to do. You reappraise, yes, positivity, yes. Tope_sense. Thank you so much. You reappraise the situation. Now that you have accepted, there is no way you can reappraise your situation that brought the adversity if you are in denial, or you are still bargaining, or you are in anger mode, or you are in depressive phase. It's dabda. It is when you have gotten to the stage of acceptance. Babalola Emmanuel on Facebook, thank you. David Eku, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you so much. So, it's very important you reappraise. Where did I go wrong? What happened? Not with the aim of blaming yourself. It has happened. You don't cry over spilled milk. And once you reappraise, you must also, I can remember Dr. Ume, the clinical psychologist, telling me this. I was with him. And I know when I lost my mom, I was talking to him. I said I caused the death of my mom. Maybe I shouldn't have asked her to do the surgery and everything. And I'm very sure Dr. Ume is listening now. And he said something. He said, now, Dr. Nobi, you are generalizing. Because something happened to your mom that led to you saying, so and so hospital you should go, that led to this and that. That when events happen, it is is a combination of many factors. You now don't take your own aspect and say it is you. Are you the one that caused her to be ill in the first day? Why are you now blaming yourself for the decision? And I'm very sure he didn't know how that really resonated in me. Physicians most times cannot help themselves, they need others. That singular statement, Dr. Ume, this is a trained clinical psychologist, PhD. This man is, when you say respect, I give it to him anytime. And, and this is not the first time I go to him. And when I'm talking to him, when it comes to emotional, I allow myself to be vulnerable. I don't say consultant psychiatrist. I'm a human being as well. And he pieces it down to me. And that's what I'm using to also teach you this evening. That you must avoid overgeneralization. When things happen to you, don't look at your singular action and now say it is your fault. You are the one that caused it. This will further cause depression. This will cause depression. You don't want to be depressed. You must avoid what we call depressive thinking. Somebody is already prone to depression. An event has happened. Your thinking should be positive. The moment you are thinking towards depression, you will further become depressed. It's very key. Always ask yourself, what are the blessings that can come out of this thing? For every loss, for every disappointment, there's a blessing. I know somebody will ask me, so your mommy that died, what's the blessing that came out? Well, the blessing is enormous. I'm a believer. And I respect whatever faith we share. I believe that if my mother could protect me this much when she was physically with me, how much more when she has transcended to celestial body, when she had a terrestrial mortal body, if she could guide me, calling me from time to time, praying, now she's there in a celestial body and can oversee my affairs. So I have that faith and I have that belief, and I'm happy that Mama has transcended into glory and that she's looking at me and she's supporting me and she's watching over. Call me foolish, call me stupid, but at least that is my faith and belief. And that does not make me to suffer or wallow in self-pity that, oh, this loss is irreparable, my life is doomed, nobody to pray for me, nobody to watch over, nobody to care. No. That is what I chose to see. It's very, very important. And when you're going through adversity, another way to overcome adversity is see light at the end of the tunnel. A story is told of somebody who repeated the class. He was supposed to move to Form 6 and he was in Form 5. He repeated. And then the white guys came around and they said they want to do a STEM program and that they are starting the STEM program from Form 5. The guy was jubilating that, thank God I failed. All the people that passed that were Form 6, they regretted the day they passed. They wished they failed woefully so that they could repeat primary 5, so that they could be part of the STEM program. Can you imagine? So that means in adversity, if you look very well, you can see things to thank God for. You can see things to be happy for. They were in Form 6, they were rejoicing before, but now a STEM program started. They pick all those in Form 5, took them abroad. Now those in Form 6 were regretting the day they passed. So who says that in the adversity you are going through, you can always bring something out? Friends, this evening has been wonderful. I've been able to tell you how to navigate adversities and how to handle adversities, loss, anything. Because if you don't navigate through adversities, you're going to be stressed and emotional illness is imminent. Either a form of anxiety, depression, or frank psychosis. We don't want this. And that is why, as much as possible, I am a preventive health educator. Let me come around to my own community as a community psychiatrist and mental health, public mental health advocate. Let me come and tell my guys. Let me come and tell my people. What are you going through? What is that thing that you are hoping and you have been longing and you are becoming so depressed? No. You must not allow depression. Because when you are depressed, it will further affect every part of your body. Organs will not work well. Everything will not work well. You will not be managing two things. You'll be managing the loss. You'll also be managing the consequences. So why suffer it twofold? As long as you are alive, you must keep hope alive. You must ask yourself, critically reappraise the situation. What is it that I've been doing that maybe my fear has been preventing me from taking certain action? Take the action. Some of you are sticking to option A because of fear of option B. But you have been in option A and option A is giving you depression for so long. Why not take option B? Don't allow your fear to make you stay down. Tonight, if you are listening to me, please take a leap. Stop doing the same thing over and over and expect results. Don't allow your fear to hold you bound. Take that bold step. Do it again. And then you come and you rejoice together. It's important that you do this. I want to appreciate those who joined. The next 10 minutes we'll be doing mindfulness and relaxation therapy. I promise us that every of our session is 1 hour, 6 to 7 every Friday. Mind Matters with Dr. Nubi. You can follow me on Instagram at Dr. Nubi Peter, or you can follow at Grace Cottage Clinic Ilupeju on Instagram. Now, I want to appreciate Yetunde_Fatai. I want to appreciate Abayomi, Abbas, Jeniki, Alice Ajumobi, Lama Jr., Topois, John Fuen, Timtayo, Leaves, Atuluse, everyone that joined the live. So what we do quickly now, @add_, you joined. So let's quickly do something. Let's do mindfulness exercise. I've done mindfulness exercise this morning, and I can tell you is very refreshing. Mindfulness exercise is an exercise you do when you are nervous, or you are angry, or you are bothered, and you don't want to think about that thing again. But sometimes it is very difficult to stop thinking about certain things. You can't just quickly just say, I don't want to think about it again. You know, your mind will still be coming. It will still be coming. You understand the way the mind plays trick? As I always tell you, this brain, this organ that is small like this, controls everything. It's very powerful. So, what do? You try as much as possible to relax. So, wherever you are, just relax. I'm very sure Dr. Omer will be very good at this. I wish I could just bring him on live and he will teach us some of these things. Anyway, I will try my best. So, after relaxing, make sure you are aware of everything around you. I'm very sure before now you are not aware of things around you. Even to the essence of hearing the ticking of the clock. That small noise in the house, in the compound. Some will tell you you must even be aware of your heartbeat to really make it effective. Then remember anything in your past that has given you joy in the past. Was it when you graduated, when you gained admission, when you bought your first bicycle, your first car, your wedding day, the day your fiancé said yes or you say yes, and you had your first pet? What is that thing that brought you joy? Relieve that emotion. Remember the clothes you were wearing, the shoe, where you were. Very interesting. Come back to your reality now. Things around you. If you did it well, you enjoy. Is there anybody that wants to share his experience with me before we go? I will not be taking us relaxation exercise. This is a form of relaxation exercise, mindfulness journey and co. There are many relaxation exercises that you can do, and this is one of them, which is journeying to your happy places. Journeying to your happy places. We have relaxation, contraction, breathing, breathe out, breathing exercise, and co. We will not do breathing exercise today because our time is gone. But is there anybody that just want to type how you felt after? In journeying to your happy places, you do not distract yourself. You close your eyes. Like, should I tell you what I went to when I graduated in medical school? I was the class governor, and I remember my suit, and I was the one that read the valedictory speech. I remember when I finished, everybody in the hall stood up, and the people on the high table, I went around to have a handshake. It was a glorious day. My class, they were all proud of me. We were proud of our sets. And after that, we were taking pictures. Because we've been in school for so many years. 8 years. It was as if medicine was not going to end. And then finishing and rejoicing, taking pictures. I tell you, it was a beautiful event. It gives me joy, it relaxes my nerves, and I'm so happy. So is there anybody that want to type? If you did it very well, how did you feel? Just tell me your experience. If you actually did. Yeah, it's different from breathing exercise. Breathe in, breathe out, contract, and go. It is also a form of relaxation. But this one is journeying to your happy places. Because most of the time, sometimes our life appears as if we have never even had any fun or any happiness in our lives. Everything, and it's called selective amnesia, where the only thing you just remember is the bad things. But so we must consciously bring back the good memories. You can't tell me that nothing good has happened to you. You may be failing now. You may have just failed. But come on. You've also had good times. You've had good times. Depression will make you to just think all your life has been fail. No. And that is why this exercise of journeying to your mindful places, happy places, they are very good. So if anybody did it before we end today's program, you want to give me your example if you did it. If you didn't do it, I believe that I've told you how you can do it. The first thing is to relax. The next thing is to begin to become aware of your surrounding, the fan, the generator, the sound of the car. Then later, you begin to go back in time. You can pick anything, whatever gave you joy, whatever gave you happiness. Just think about it. Friends, you know what they say? They say how time flies when you're having a nice time. It's been a wonderful time today. Time indeed, it's flying. And I can tell you, what we started at 6 o'clock has definitely come to an end now. This is 7 o'clock. I promise you 1 hour every Friday, both on Facebook Live and on Instagram Live. I want to say that there's no health without mental health. Don't concentrate on the physical health. Don't take salt, don't take alcohol, all those things. Concentrate on your mind as well. Avoid toxic relationship. Avoid toxic environment. Avoid toxic job. Avoid putting all the pressure on yourself. Learn to say no and not just yes, so that you can look nice. Learn to be assertive without being rude so that you don't just take anything. Because you know the word, even if you lie for them to come across you, they will still tell you that you are not lying very well. The life is a jungle. It's a matter of survival of the fittest. Tell yourself, I'm fit and I will survive. And I can tell you, you are a survivor. Till I come your way next week, I want to say, keeping fit. Because there's no health without mental health. Bye-bye.